Let's talk about catering now. This is a horse of another color. What we have here is some delicious looking roasted chicken bones. And over there is the pot that these roasted chicken bones are going to be boiled in. So we have a nice tasting stock to make a sauce for our sauteed chicken Francaise today. And there we have another pot of some tomato basil sauce and onions being sauteed with a little garlic and olive oil, which will be used to add to the tomato basil. Now we have in this pot here onions, celery, peppers, little bay leaf, olive oil. We're sauteing this first. We're going to make a nice pot of like rice pilaf with chicken stock. And then we'll put it in the oven and let it cook very slow. It will never burn. I just added a 10-pound bag of rice to that, and we're going to take some of these, see those bones with that chicken stock? I strained some in here. We have the chicken stock, which we're going to add to the rice. The amount of water that's added is about 3/4 of an inch over the rice. Cooking real slowly in the oven. This should be just enough so it comes out nice and fluffy. Of course, we have to season this. Very important. We'll add some salt. Kosher salt I use. And we'll put some pepper in there also. And we'll add some nice black pepper there. There we go. Very important to season this. Look at how often you've eaten in places where the rice is bland. To me, it's disgusting. A professional guy making tasteless rice. So what you do is, after you mix this, you taste it. That has nice seasoning there. From the chicken stock, salt and pepper, and the onions and the garlic, that's going to be delicious later. Saffron rice, I'm adding a little yellow color to this to give it the appearance of saffron rice. This happens to be the rice that the employees will be eating. See, now we're just about ready to put the rice in the oven. We'll cover it up and we'll check in about 20 minutes. And here we have a quick way of doing some breading, avoiding one step. Instead of going flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs, we make a batter. See the consistency of that? And it's seasoned. All the seasonings in the batter here. We're making little chicken tidbits. Quite a few, like 800 pieces. That's enough batter to coat the chicken, and then we go into the breadcrumbs with it. We put salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder in here. And you taste the batter. If it tastes a little salty, that's perfect. See how simple and fast this is? You just coat the chicken with the batter, put it in the breadcrumbs, shake it around a little, and you put it on another pan, and you're all ready to fry. Look how you avoid another step. Very easy, very simple. See, just put the chicken in the breadcrumbs, mix it up, put it on the pan, let it sit for about 20 minutes. The pieces of chicken dry up a little, easier to handle, you don't lose any breadcrumbs, and then we'll deep fry it. We don't have a regular normal deep fryer like other restaurants and catering facilities have. We make our own here today. We use an Army square pot and fill it up with 5 gallons of oil, and we're going to do some frying in there. Have some fresh green beans boiling in salted water to give it that lovely flavor later on. We don't serve bland food in this establishment. And then as soon as it's al dente, we go over here and place it in this running cold water to keep the color, to cool it off. Very simple. Oh, now let's check that pot of rice. I put a little more salt and pepper on it as I'm tasting it. Look how fluffy that rice is. And do you notice? None of it is stuck in the side of the pan. I've seen many a cook make this type of rice, and when you scrape the bottom, it's all burnt. Look at that. It's beautiful. Fluffy, nice. I'm going to just wrap it up in aluminum foil and leave it in a warm place until I get to feed the employees later. That's how you make rice. And this goes to all you professionals too. Since we're making a bordelaise sauce tonight from this stock, and only a bordelaise sauce, I'm going to add the red wine directly into the stock. The alcohol will cook out. This way I don't have to make a separate reduction. Setting up to make chicken Francaise for the guests. As you can see, these are chicken breasts with the bone, French cut, and we flour them, dust them lightly in flour. After they are dusted in flour, they were first seasoned with salt and pepper, dusted in flour, and then placed into the egg wash with parsley. And then later we will saute these pieces in olive oil. We have the deep fryer going, and what we're cooking now are canned rissoles potatoes. I know you say canned, oh, where's the fresh? Well, at times we do use these, but look at the finished potato. Look how beautiful. And later on we're going to season that with a little salt and pepper and finely minced rosemary. Delicious. Sometimes you can't even tell it's a canned potato, even though I love fresh. We're going to roast off some chicken legs. This chicken legs goes with the rice, and this is for our employees, the waiters and all the kitchen staff. If you want them to work, you got to feed them. I'll put a little salt and pepper, and then we're putting a little garlic powder. Okay. And after this, it's going to be mixed up, placed on a sheet pan. You don't need any oil on there because there's plenty of fat from the chicken. And then we're just going to roast it at a high flame to get some nice color. You could also grill it first, saute it first. But we're just going to go straight in the oven at about a 450-degree oven. As soon as it's golden brown, I reduce it down to about 250 to finish cooking. Here's the chicken on a sheet pan, and now it'll be placed into the oven. And later on, the staff will be very pleased with this lovely meal. Sheet pans of chicken, notice they're not together, they're spaced out, allowing the heat to go around the pans to get more evenly cooked. The same thing in your home oven. Don't put things too close together, especially if it's a convection oven. Look at how beautiful this is, the chicken Francaise. You brown the piece on one side, you turn it over, and it's cooking a little bit. And look at that. This is what you need in every home, a nice brazier like this. Too bad you don't have it. I don't have one either, but this is the way to cook. Beautiful. And then you finish it in the oven later. You don't cook it all the way here. What a fantastic item. And there we are, the finished chicken and the rice for the employees of the company. Look how happy they are. Look at them smiling. Are you smiling? You smiling? Is everybody smiling? They're so happy to eat this food. Look at that beautiful rice, beautiful chicken. You know, now we're cooking up some penne pasta. Penne pasta with tomato basil sauce. We cook this al dente, and we put it into this pot, and make sure you have enough sauce. The worst thing is, especially when you order something from a delicatessen, a chafing dish, and you get it, there's no sauce left, it's all dried up. That's because they don't understand. You have to have enough sauce in the pasta to keep it nice and moist. And that goes for you chefs too. And make sure the pasta water is seasoned with a little salt. Thank you very much.